Alrighty. Crank that fucker up just a little bit. Got that going. What's good, everybody? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? You've missed me. How kind of you. Hi, everybody. Hold on. Let me set up the poll. Have subscribed yet? Yes or peptide? Hi, everybody. How's my audio? How am I doing? A little bit too quiet, maybe? I don't know. It's up to you guys, because I can't hear myself. Audio's good. Audio's great. Audio's fantastic. We love that. Are we in a Civil War II soft launch? Yeah, I mean, kinda. Kinda. Nelson, you don't need my email for the links. Can't you just drop them in the chat? Can't mods drop links in the chat? Or am I fucking crazy? But I got good shit. Honestly, you're kind of quiet. Oh, he already did. You ignored it. Fuck you. I didn't ignore anything, bro. I don't ignore anything. I just can't read everything. All right, I gotta get a glass of water. Second. I played laser tag for 3 hours last night, bro. Exhausted. Okay. Mike. There we go. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So yeah, Trump is federalizing the National Guard in like 19 states. 19 states national. Luigi, come here. Let's see how Fox News is covering it. Check this out. Your local church interviewed Paula White?
We're not playing games. We're going to make it safe. And we're going to then go on to other places. But we're going to stay here for a while. We want to make this absolutely perfect. It's our capital. And I guess it used to be many years ago safe, but it's certainly not had a very good run. And you got to be strong. You got to be tough. You got to do your job, whatever it takes to do your job.
You're neither strong nor tough, and nor do you do your job. National Guard mobilizing in 19 states amid immigration crime crackdown, which doesn't exist, by the way. Like this whole lie about there being massive crime waves from immigrants. So thank you for the $5 for rapists and murderers. That's just not real. Is it style to start heavily disrespecting the National Guard? It's a weird line. Thank you for the $2. Think Gavin Newsom is running for president? Yes, he is. It's a weird line, right? Because your National Guard unit, your National Guard soldier, right? Or I guess they're supposed to defend your state. You know what I'm saying? They signed up to defend your state. But then out of nowhere, our governors, specifically GOP governors, 19 governors of Republican states, all bent the knee. kind of sacrificing their National Guard and federalizing them, turning them into soldiers of the United States Army. That's what this is. Don't fool yourself. You need to understand what's literally here. These National Guard members, when they're federalized, even if their uniform says National Guard, they are now officially in the U.S. Army, okay? Because now they're not in the National Guard. They have been federalized. They are now federal units. They are run by the United States government, the DOD, the Department of Defense. The National Guard is a well-regulated militia as laid out in the Second Amendment. Yes, you're right. So that's the point I'm trying to say, is that if there's any branch of the military that has the best intentions, it's the National Guard. The problem is, all those intentions have been ripped away from those National Guard members because they're being federalized. They're being taken over by the federal government. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's a weird line. It's weird. You know, like, rather than, like, call it, like, you know, throwing shit at them and telling them they're bitches, it would probably be best to, like, try and, like, yell at them, like, is this what you signed up for when you signed up for your state's well-regulated militia? Yeah, now you're a federal fucking soldier. You signed up for the army, or did you sign up for the National Guard? You know what I mean? V, brother, I live under a monarchy. What nation? What nation? What nation is that? All right, let's keep reading. Up to 1,700 National Guardsmen are set. Oh, Morocco. I don't know too much about Morocco. Up to 1,700 National Guardsmen are set to mobilize in 19 states in the coming weeks to assist the Department of Homeland Security with President Trump's nationwide crackdown on illegal immigration and crime, Pentagon officials confirmed to Fox News. All right, here's the list. Here's the list. Yo, take this seriously. Here's the list of states. You're kind of cooked. Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, Ohio, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, and Wyoming. I fear the battle map may have just been drawn. Right? Right? Because those are the states that were willing to accept it. I bet you he asked all 50. I fear that that is a battle map that has just been drawn. How do you, can somebody make a map and label all those states like red so I could see what that looks like on a map? I gotta see what that looks like on a map, you know? Geographically, I'm saying. That's fucking nutty. That's so fucking nutty. The National Guard soldiers being mobilized will effectively serve as a support pillar to a sweeping federal interagency effort while also serving as visible deterrent force. Oh my God, that's just fascism. A visible deterrent force. Dude, that's the whole point of like a fascist authoritarian like military occupation, is to have like the scary masked men with rifles patrolling the streets, and they're like our nation has zero crime, and it's like, well, yeah, if anybody like is walking down the street and sees you and goes, yo, fuck you, pig, you end up like bashing him with a rifle, zip tying him, and throwing him in a concentration camp, and everyone's horrified all the time, and everyone's under his eye, like, what? What the fuck is going on, bro? What? When the real military takes sides, all hell has come. Brother, the real military is going to be busy. The Marines are going to be dying in Venezuela. It's like a two-front war. It's like a home front war and just multiple, like, fucking crazy wars. Hold on, let me go get Luigi because she's kind of tweaking out. Luigi, what are you fucking doing? Okay, sorry about that. She was tweaking out at Beans. What'd you miss? National Guard mobilizing in 19 states amid the immigration crackdown. Here's the list of states. Oh, God. So, Chris, what do I do as a person from Georgia? Unfortunately, these are completely unprecedented times in American history that I don't truly have the answer for. What I can tell you is this, okay? We are in a tunnel, right? And the tunnel is very dark, okay? Hear me out. We're in a tunnel, and the tunnel's very dark. And when we got in the tunnel, the door behind us slammed shut. There ain't no way out. Back. Okay? And the light is there, even if you can't see it. Reason being, there's still air. If there's still air, there's an end to that fucking tunnel. Okay? And the only way through right now is forward. All right? And we're gonna get forward. Chris, you good? Yeah, what the fuck? I'm trying to make a metaphor. A metaphor. Anyway, let's keep reading. The service members supporting ICE will be performing case management, transportation, logistical support, and clerical functions associated with the process of illegal migrants at the facilities. Quote, the in and out processing may include personal data collection, fingerprinting, DNA swabbing, and photographing of personnel in ICE custody. Thank you for the $5, JD Dubois. Did you see that the Minnesota DFL revoked? Yeah, I did. Revoked Omar Fateh's endorsement. Also, I haven't told you that I, in the future, want to run for office. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. I didn't know that he was removed. Or, I mean, I did know, but I just heard it like 10 minutes before I started the stream. Sucks. Link. Let's see it. So these are the states that are deploying their National Guard. That's a weird battle map, if there ever was one. I mean, this is pretty much a lock. That's a lockdown for them. That's a whole ass lockdown. This is pretty crazy, you know? This is hilarious. But yeah, that's fuck wuckied. That's absolutely fuck wuckied. Hello, brother. Malenti, this is a map of the states that are deploying their National Guard. Thank you, Nelson. W. Nelson, W. Nelson, W. Nelson. You go full screen? I don't know how to do that. What if I got rid of my face? Hold on. Let me get rid of my face for you. And the You want me to get rid of the chat? I'll get rid of the chat for a second. There you go. Take your screenshot. Got it? All right, I'm coming back. All right, so what's this all for? Some made-up bad guy, boogeyman? Yes, this is for the phony... Listen, we've made so many videos about this for so long. What this is over the past, I'd say, 4 years, you've heard the conservatives and the GOPs frame the immigrants coming in from the southern border as a invasion. Right? And the whole reason why they use that word choice is intentional. It's to grease up the public and make enough people believe that it is truly an invasion. Because when you hear the word invasion, you're thinking of Russians dropping parachutes into fucking Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? So enough people have been convinced for long enough, because if you repeat a lie enough, it eventually just becomes the truth. Enough people have been convinced that our nation has been invaded by, like, 10 to 20 million rapists, murderer, gang members, like the worst of the worst. And because of that, they have instilled a sense of fear, especially through things like what Trump is saying about DC. The crime rate is so high, no one wants to go out, everyone's getting stabbed. And the things that they say about, like, Detroit and Chicago and New York City and LA. And the thing is, do these states have their problems? Of course. You know, because they got dog shit leaders, most of them. Shout out Gavin Newsom. But at the end of the day, the whole point was to instill a sense of fear so that when Trump decided to do this, to mobilize the United States military on U.S. soil, not enough eyebrows would be raised to stop him. A lot of people are in support of it, to lower the crime rate, to save us from this illegal migrant invasion. Meanwhile, at the same time, if things get bad enough, he can then invoke the Insurrection Act, because you need to be under invasion to invoke the Insurrection Act, which would then be a way to overrule the Posse Comitatus Act, which prevents military members from doing law enforcement, right? Because, you know, Marines don't know how to do law enforcement. They don't know how to read you the Miranda rights. That's not their job. Their job is to eliminate hostiles. That's their job. But, you know, they overrule the Posse Comitatus Act. Next thing you know, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. You got 3 links for me? I got a couple of things I wanted to... I'm going to keep this link for later. I'm going to keep that one. Oh, yeah, FBI raided John Bolton's house. Oh, you got that one too, Mullen? I think I have that one up. Let's see. Yeah. I was looking at this on ABC News, but I'll use the Associated Press. Keep that second one, fucker. Unless you just want to spam me with it. FBI searches the home and office of ex-Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton. So this thing is a double-edged sword, because, like, for real, fuck John Bolton, but also... it's not like John Bolton did anything like different than what Trump has done, than what Bill Clinton has done, than what Barack Obama has done, than what, like, fucking probably 50% of Congress have done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, no, dead ass, though. Democracy is temporary, but baddies are forever. Baddies are forever. Ever. The FBI on Friday searched the Maryland home and Washington office of former Trump regime National Security Advisor John Bolton as part of a criminal investigation into the potential mishandling of classified information, a person familiar with the matter said. It's more about him going after the ones talking shit. Yeah. Didn't he say he's top dog? Didn't Trump... somebody get the link of Trump saying he's, like, top dog of law enforcement. He's like, oh, well, you know, I'm top dog. I am top law enforcement. It's just, like, not even true. You know what I'm saying? Like, the president cannot practice law enforcement. Could you imagine if Trump was, like, running around D.C. with a gun just going, you're under arrest! I'm top dog! Like, oh my God, that would make for such a fucking funny movie. Just President Doofy, Secret Service with him. He's arresting people for no reason. But, like, what are you going to do? He's top dog. You're under arrest for wearing jeans. Like, it's too warm for jeans, frankly. Alligator Alcatraz forced to be shut down. That ain't gonna happen. Never in a million fucking years. Alligator Alcatraz is like it's like an embezzlement site. You remember, what do they say it costs? $250 million for like a fucking tent? It's a tent. So no, they're not gonna shut it down because then they're gonna have to answer for where all that money went. Florida appeals against judge's order to close Alligator Alcatraz. I also like to call this Donald's Dachau. I highly recommend everybody calls it Donald's Dachau. Anyway, judge ordered the Everglades concentration camp to close in 60 days, finding state and federal authorities broke environmental laws. Are we being so for real? Are we being dead ace? Bro. Breaking news coming out of Germany, where the Nazi government has ordered the concentration camp of Auschwitz to be closed down due to the smoke bellowing coming out of the chimneys, causing environmental damage to the nearby raspberry bushes. Are we being dead ass? Like, I'll give you an A for effort, you know, you're trying to close it down. But your approach is they're breaking environmental laws. You're right, Beans. It is a concentration camp. Why are they focusing on the environmental laws? Come here, baby. I don't know if you guys could hear him meowing there. Ghislaine Maxwell running cover for Trump. Yeah, I know about this. Ghislaine, guys, we called it. I told you. I said Ghislaine Maxwell is going to do an interview and she's going to say, believe it or not, Donald Trump is a good boy. Donald Trump has never done anything wrong ever in the history of time. And surely not with Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. Help me. Release me. Release me. Like, no, like verbatim, that's what's going on. Hi. Hi, Beanie Boy. Oh, hi, Beanie. Andrew Cuomo counting on Trump to help him win. What do you mean stunning audio? Who the fuck is surprised that Andrew Cuomo's relying on Trump to win? He had the whole time. This has been the whole time. Everybody fucking knew this. Let's see. Do they have the audio, or do you have to where's the audio? So he did it. Where's the actual audio? All right, whatever. So he says, we can minimize the Sliwa vote because he'll never be a serious candidate, Cuomo said, after referring to Curtis Sliwa, the 71-year-old ever berate GOP candidate. Yo, verbatim, motherfuckers always wearing that shit. Well, let me see. What do you got for me? Oh, let's see.
Tell the group, I don't want to know. And I tell Pam and I tell the group, I don't want to know, but just you have to do what you have to do. I don't want to know about it. It's not necessary. I could know about it. I could be the one starting it. I'm actually the chief law enforcement officer.
Oh, he's such a stupid fucking idiot. All right, so Cuomo says, he goes, and Trump himself, as well as top Republicans, will say the goal is to stop Mamdani, and you'll be wasting your vote on Sliwa. So I feel good about that. When asked by an attendee whether he or his team was in conversation with the White House, Cuomo was vague but not dismissive when he said, let's put it this way. I know the president very well. I believe there's a big piece of him that actually wants redemption in New York. He feels that he was rejected by New York. We voted for Hillary Clinton. Bill de Blasio took his name off things. So I believe there will be opportunities to actually cooperate with him. I also believe that he's not going to want to fight with me in New York if he can avoid it. End quote. But it was Cuomo who said that he was not personally looking to do battle with Trump and compared their relationship to a dysfunctional marriage. What a fucking loser. What a fucking loser. Cuomo also claimed that he would decline the president's endorsement. Bullshit. But while rubbing elbows with the Hamptons' wealthy donors, Cuomo seemed markedly less opposed to working with Trump and even open to being part of his redemption, whatever that would mean. Mamdani slammed Cuomo for courting Trump's support. At another Hamptons fundraiser with Republican donors on Saturday, Andrew Cuomo said it plainly. He's expecting Trump's help to defeat us in November. I feel good about that, Cuomo said. New Yorkers won't, Mamdani wrote Tuesday on X. Yeah, so listen. One of two things is going to happen. This literal fucking perverted goblin man, look at him. Look at him. That's I-95. That's the Mario Cuomo. That's the G-Dub. Like, look at this guy. You're either going to get this fuckwit or you're going to get young Cardamom. Who do you want running Manhattan? Who do you want running New York City? You want sex pest Cuomo? You want fucking Fredo with a Turk Nussie? Or do you want young Cardamom? Because I want a little bit of that young Cardamom. I want a little bit of that young Cardamom. Oh! Sorry, I just scared the shit out of my cat. All right.
They rule out a pardon. Mr. President, could they rule out a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell who landed? Is that something you would ever consider and why?
Pardon for who?
For Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, I'm allowed to give her a pardon, but nobody's approached me with it. Nobody's asked me about it.
Bullshit.
It's in the news about that aspect of it, but right now it would be inappropriate to talk about it.
So that's yeah, you're gonna pardon her? Methinks you may pardon the woman. Supporters of King Doland have cheered the comments made by Jeffrey Epstein's imprisoned former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, in interviews with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. They shared sections from Maxwell's testimony where she says she never saw Trump engaged in any form of sexual behavior on social media after transcripts of the interviews were released by the Department of Justice on Friday. He thinks you're trying not to get done in, you know? Methinks you're trying to avoid some sort of mysterious accident, Ghislaine. Methinks she's a complacent liar. No, brother. No. Well, yeah. No. Bro, be for real. Dig deeper. Dig deeper. What happened to Jean-Luc Brunel? He hung himself in prison. What happened to Jeffrey Epstein? Hung himself in prison. What happened to John Casablancas? Died of cancer in Brazil. And what happened to Ghislaine Maxwell? Oh, well, she's still in jail. For now. Like, why? Like, be so dead ass, guys. You know what I'm trying to reference here. You know what you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? You're picking it up. I don't know if you can say it. Maxwell is serving a 20-year sentence after being convicted of luring girls to be abused by Epstein. I don't, like, I'll tell you one thing. Why can't you say children? Maybe this is me nitpicking. Why can't you say children? You know? Anyway. And is wanting a pardon from Trump. Newsweek has contacted Maxwell's attorney for comment via an email sent outside regular business hours. The Trump regime's release of the transcripts comes as the president has faced renewed scrutiny about his friendship with Epstein amid the backlash over its refusal to disclose records from Epstein's sex trafficking case. Trump has said he fell out with Epstein years ago and well before Epstein came under investigation. That's straight up bullshit. Oh, here's what Maxwell said. She said, I never saw the president in any type of massage setting. I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way. The president was never inappropriate with anybody. In the times that I was with him, he was a gentleman in all respects. Asked if she had ever heard Epstein or anyone else say Trump had done anything inappropriate with masseuses or anyone else in their orbit, Maxwell replied, absolutely never in any context. That's remarkable. They're doing everything they can to look guilty as fuck, I can tell you that much. So we got Trump mobilizing the National Guard in 19 different states, by the way.
We have to. And after we do this, we'll go to another location and we'll make it safe also. We're going to make our country very safe. We're going to make our cities very, very safe. Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent. And we'll straighten that one out probably next. That'll be our next one after this. And it won't even be tough. And the people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming for us to come. They're wearing red hats, just like this one.
Anybody in Chicago in the chat? Anybody in Chicago? Because apparently you guys are screaming for military presence in your streets. You guys screaming for some military presence in your streets, bro. You guys all wearing red hats going, yeah! I'm like, no, the fuck we ain't. Yeah, no shit. Look at, dude, JD knows it's bullshit. Look at his fucking face. Dude, he's so stupid. He's so doofy. Look at this is a mosaic. Hold on. Let me get rid of my face here. This is a mosaic. Look at his fucking thoughtless face. Just plastered orange. Trump would throw about everything. Hold on, let me get rid of the chat. Let me get rid of the chat for a second. This is fucking crazy. Like, really, look at this. Look at this. I just paused this. Trump to have total safety, security in DC. Look at this picture. This is fucking crazy, dude. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, God. Oh. No, Luigi. No. Luigi. Stop it. There's a dog in the hallway. She don't like that. Oh my God, dude. This picture's crazy. Look at him. He looks fucking insane. This dumbass is like, I'm gonna be the president soon.
but they're wearing red hats. African American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, please, President Trump, come to Chicago.
What? What? There's beautiful black women and they want me in Chicago. Oh. Oh, the beautiful black ladies of Chicago. They want Trump. They want Trump. And Trump Daddy's gonna give him Trump. How cooked are we? I mean, I'll tell you this. Thanks for the $5. The one thing giving me hope is how stupid he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, compared to, like, other authoritarian regimes. Like, compare him to Adolf Hitler. Compare him to Mussolini. Compare him to Joseph Stalin. Like, I don't know if any of these fuckers, if those fuckers were saying such stupid shit, like, all the time. They probably were, but there wasn't a camera everywhere they went. Like, this is an insane sentence.
But they're wearing red hats. African American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, please, President Trump, come to Chicago. Please. I did great with the black vote, as you know, and they want something to happen. So I think Chicago will be our next. And
Yo, I couldn't even imagine how fucking tweaked out I would be if I was in Chicago right now. Fuck you mean Chicago's next? Fuck you mean I'm next? Huh? Fuck. That's the craziest shit I've heard. Guy's an actual fucking terrorist. The guy's a terrorist.
Well, this is a terrible buzzkill for most of the media in this town. I think that anything short of a picture of Trump with the entire cast of the Rockettes would have been disappointing, given all of the media and speculation saying that he was a perfect gentleman, or didn't see any even massages going on. Is not what many in this town had hoped for. There's been this narrative that Trump has engaged in everything from the Ukraine to cracking down on crime in D.C. as a distraction of what Maxwell was going to reveal. Well, this is a terrible buzzkill for most of the media in this town. I think that anything short of a picture of Trump with the entire cast of the Rockettes would have been disappointing, given
about soccer, but I see the money that these soccer players are making. I may try and play. I'm a very good athlete. My son is a very good athlete, and he's a good soccer player. He's on the tall side for soccer. Yeah. He's 6'9". That's pretty tall. But
He's 6'9". Wait, he's 6'9"? Barron Trump is 6 foot. What's the problem, Winnie? Barron Trump is 6'9". That's insane. Who else is 6'9"? Cap? I don't know about that. Snoop Dogg? Snoop Dogg. Wait. That can't be true. Nah, Snoop Dogg is 6'4". Snoop Dogg is 6'4". LeBron James? Okay. You're telling me that Barron Trump the same height as LeBron James? Oh my God. Why is this? Why is this like colored and it's white? Chat. Am I delusional? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No shot. No shot. No shot. All right, no shot. No shot. No fucking shot.
About soccer, but I see the money that these soccer players are making.
How
I may
tall?
try
Trump is 6'3".
and play. I'm a very good athlete. My son is a very good athlete, and he's a good soccer player. He's on the tall side for soccer. He's 6'9". That's pretty tall. But
That's pretty
it's
tall.
on the tall side.
He's good.
It's on the tall side, but he's good. But no, I may put on shorts. I look extremely good in shorts and join the play.
Bro, I want to see like edits of like Barron Trump in the window back there, but like it's just like his torso. like oh, he's playing outside actually, and like he comes running by and it looks like a fucking Titan. Like I want people to make edits of him taller than buildings. Oh, there's my boy. There's my little boy. Dude, those would go so fucking hard. Those would be so fucking funny. Maybe there's some out there. Hold on. Massive Barron Trump. Pause. No, like I want him huge. No, I mean like huge. Like oh, there we go. There's one. I mean way bigger. I mean way bigger, bro. That's so fucking funny, dude. Oh god, I want him huge, bro. I want him like the size of the Lincoln Memorial. Like hold on, this is gonna have copyrighted music, so I'm gonna turn the audio off before I pull this up. Yeah. That's so fucking fun. Yeah, no, I want him even bigger. I want him even bigger. You guys see my comment? Oh, what is this? Yo, by the way, everybody make sure you follow ACYN on Twitter. This shit's incredible. ACYN might be the best account on Twitter.
During the time that you were with Mr. Epstein, and even in the 2000s when you were around less frequently, you never observed or you never saw any sort of list or black book or a list of individuals who
Objection, Your Honor. Leading question. Right? I'm not a lawyer, but objection, Your Honor. Leading question. Let's go back and read that. During the time that you were with Mr. Epstein, and even in the 2000s, when you were around less frequently, you never observed or you never saw any list of Black Book or a list of individuals. Objection, Your Honor. Leading question. That's leading. I'm fucking dumb as shit, bro. And that is leading as fuck. I could call up my boy, Paul, lawyer. Be like, Paul, leading? And I go, yeah, no, I'd object that shit in a minute.
Black Book or a list of individuals who, linked to certain masseuses or
Absolutely
anything
no.
like that?
Absolutely no. There is no list.
Fuck, I wish I had my stone. There is no list. There is no list. There is no list. There is no Jeffrey Epstein. There is no list. Like, dude, oh my god, there is no Warren Bossing say, bro. Look at it. Dude, this is why I fucking love Midas Touch, shit like that. So my father liked him very much, and he was loved. Really liked his wife as well, because we were both Czechoslovakian. As far as I'm concerned, President Trump was always very cool, very kind to me. And I just want to say that I admire his extraordinary achievement, becoming the president now, and I like him, always liked him. So that is the sum and substance of my entire relationship with him. Please. Like, that, oh, how very rude. Like, yeah, bro, he became the president. You should be shitting your fucking pants, bro, and that's exactly what the fuck is happening. She's scared shitless.
There was a time where...
Why do we want a sustained presence on the moon?
There was a time...
What?
Why do we want a sustained presence on the moon?
Fucking what?
Why do we want a sustained presence on the moon?
There was a time where people...
For the cheese. Dude, I need you to edit that, Jack. Just like cut to him opening his mouth and then just any audio. You can put in me. Here, ready? Well, for the cheese. For the cheese. For the cheese. For the cheese. The cheese, man. Think of the cheese. What are you gonna get?
Sustained presence on the moon.
There was a time where people would say that if you control the sea, you control the world. I think in the future, he who controls space controls the world. And so making sure...
In the future, bro, he who controls space controls the world right now. And guess who owns 2/3 of every satellite orbiting planet Earth? I'll give you a second. Did you say Elon Musk? Did. Correct. Correct.
By the way, we always come in peace. America has a long record.
Did he just say America always comes in peace?
Of not taking people's territory, winning wars and giving people's land back. So we have a great record. We want peace. But not everyone agrees with our peace mission, which is why we can't lose to other countries in this new space race. And
Are we gonna colonize the moon? Bro, are we about to colonize the moon? Minions! Night! We steal the moon! Dude, how is that not trending yet? I'm giving you ideas, bro. You guys want some content? Go ahead, pump it out, Trump. I mean, for fucking real. What the fuck is going on? It is my great honor to report that the United States of America now owns and controls 10% of Intel, a great American company. Even more incredible. Wait a minute. What? With Lip Bhutan. Yo, wait. Isn't that just a partnership between, like, private business and, yeah, and state ownership? That's fascism. That's legit socialism? No. That's fascism. That's not fucking socialism. That is straight up fascism. The people have no control over this. That's just like jingoistic government overreach. The United States paid nothing for these shares, and the shares are now valued at approximately $11 billion. This is a great deal for America and also a great deal for Intel. Building leading-edge semiconductors and chips, which is what Intel does, is fundamental to the future of our nation. Make America great again. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Steel Company, too? Company. Steel? Called Steel? One? Bow wow. Chris, give me a quote for an edit. I'm gonna shit your pants.
Donald Trump leaning in right now, anyway, taking 10% of Intel. So we know that he's a fan of communism, or at least state-run capitalism.
There you go, state-run capitalism.
This document came from Third Way, which is a think tank founded by Clinton administration people. They know a thing or two about winning elections and winning a wide swath of voters.
Hitler did the same thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This isn't socialism.
Across the aisle, but I do generally feel like words matter, but deeds matter more. And Donald Trump did teach us that, you know, if that tape can be locker room talk and be acceptable to a lot of people, then you can probably speak a little bit out of turn and still get away with it. And Democrats really need to lean into the results argument. What are your policies that are going to make people's lives better? Jerome Powell out there today giving you plenty of fodder, right? GDP going down to 1.2%. It was 2.5% last year. Why? Consumer spending down because of the tariffs. Ride on that. Don't talk like a weirdo. We're going to win.
Listen, you sound like the vice president also said his free advice to the Democrats. No, he said free advice to the Democrats was don't talk like a crazy person. So you guys do agree on something.
Or quote Jerome Powell about how Donald Trump is sinking our economy.
He's not, but good try.
Well, okay.
I'm sorry.
We'll be back with a lot.
Dude, the Five is such a, literally just like a group of fucking dumb bitches. Even Gutfeld, look at his fucking shrimp position. Look at his legs, they don't even hit the ground! His legs don't even hit the ground! No. Bad.
It's not just a book, and it's not about classified documents. There was something pretty gnarly that he was into. And so when you see the warrant and when you see the evidence, you're going to understand why this guy's house was raided.
There's something pretty gnarly that he was into.
could have been an international situation, could have been treasonous. I don't know. I'm only speculating, but I was warned off of this being just about classified documents for his stupid book.
Isn't that like dead ass defamation? Isn't that like, that's got to be defamation? Like randomly be like, hey, I think it could be treasonous. I have no evidence of this whatsoever. Like,
some really drunk guys. In the 70s and in the 80s, corporate America, probably some really drunk guys on Madison Avenue, had really unique brands, and they had spunk and personality. And over the years, everything's kind of winnowed down to the same boring insignia. You see it in cars, you see it in graphics, and everything. Why is that? Is it because no one's doing hallucinogenic drugs anymore?
speak for yourself, brother.
Did they get rid of the 3 martini lunch? No. Are there too many women making the commercial break?
Who the fuck watches this shit, dude? Who the fuck is watching this?
And I'm just throwing stuff out there, Shannon Bream, but I hate the new age branding. We got to go back to Cracker Barrel. Everything should look like Cracker Barrel. Everything.
This is the news for Republicans. Oh, he's doing that AI shit again. This is all like AI written. A great honor to nominate Lindsey Freeman. It's my great honor to announce the nomination of David Bragg. Pleased to nominate Susan Courtright. Pleased to nominate Matthew Orso. I'm pleased to announce that the radical left representatives working at the Congressional Budget Office now admitted how incredible my tariff strategy has been, saying that, quote, Trump's tariffs reduced the deficit by 4. Began my tariff policy suggestions, used to acknowledge the potential success that would be derived. Deficits are down, taxes are down, energy down, prices generally are down. The only things that are up are take-home pay, stock market, and our Genchi. Hottest and think of it, that doesn't matter. Literally none of that is real. I like how Jerome Powell seems to be the only Republican to stand up for Trump. Anybody else? I mean, Jerome Powell is the Fed chair, right? Sort of supposed to be apolitical.
The World Cup draw will set up the group stage of competition. 48 teams will play in 104 games across 16 North American cities, from Seattle to Vancouver to Atlanta to Miami.
Talk shit about Amazon? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't like the fucking rich. Certainly don't like giant mega corporations. The only problem when it comes to shitting on Amazon is that they have an incredible service. You know, like, shitting on somebody like Elon Musk, that's easy, because who the fuck is buying Teslas? Who the fuck is going up in the SpaceX rockets? Like, who's getting Neuralink? He doesn't do anything to help. The problem is that Amazon is an incredible fucking service. Speaking of, I think I just got a package delivered.
It's going to be so exciting for our country. The 2026 FIFA World Cup will be one of the largest and most complex events.
I don't give a fuck, Donnie Boy. Nobody gives a fuck, Donnie Boy. Washington, D.C. is safe again. The crowds are coming back. The spirit is high. And our D.C. National Guard and Police are doing a fantastic job. I want the National Guard shit. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. Gavin Newsom is going to be the... Oh, no. I like Adam Mockler. Oh, Gavin Newsom's going to be the Democratic nominee for president. AOC really fumbled the bag. She had a chance. Oh, Adam.
What do you think about
Friend of the show, Adam
the president's
Kinzinger.
gone after you? His supporters have gone after you, especially for your role in the January 6th committee.
What up, Adam?
What do you think about when you see something like that for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not something I would relish, being targeted. But at the same time, what did I do? I did my job as a U.S. congressman on a committee that was investigating a very serious issue. And so, look, if they want to harass me, and this is the point, what they're doing with John Bolton is harassment. Now, is it legal? Sure, they got a court order, but it's harassment. And the message that they're sending is to anybody else, we could make your life rough. We even have to say on here, well, we don't fully know what evidence they have. They may have nothing, but that's what this kind of thing does. So look, if they come after me, I would just double down and say, look, I believe in, my job as a U.S. congressman. I believe in the investigation we did, and I will not shy away, because shying away is how you allow our justice system to be basically destroyed.
Yeah, I wonder if they're actually going to come after him. Jesus Christ. I'll text him.
You do nothing if are you saying there's a real possibility then that you do nothing if Putin doesn't come to the table for a ceasefire?
I'll see whose fault it is. If there are reasons why, I'll understand that. I know exactly what I'm doing.
You'll see whose fault it is. If you can't find peace, how could any of it possibly be Zelensky's fault?
We're going to see whether or not they have a meeting. That'll be interesting to see. And if they don't, why didn't they have a meeting? Because I told them to have a meeting. But I'll know in 2 weeks what I'm going to do. I have pretty good ideas.
Your Justice Department is also sending. Are you saying there's a real possibility?
Presence on the moon.
All right, let's get some stuff on this National Guard being mobilized in 19 states. So we got Fox News. We're going to get The Independent. See if we can get some coverage on yeah, no, right after every peace talk. Any footage of this shit yet? National Guard. How's the mood today? I mean, I'm relatively calm. We'll get that up.
We're not playing games. We're going to make it safe. And we're going to then go on to other places. But we're going to stay here for a while. We want to make this absolutely perfect. It's our capital. And
all right, we're getting links together for this video. And this is going to be mainly about Trump's deployment of the National Guard, or 19 different states mobilizing their National Guard for the Trump regime's like federal takeover. And then, so we're going to start with, a little bit of this Fox News coverage, a little bit of the Independence coverage. Then we're going to talk about Pete Hegseth ordering the National Guard to start carrying their rifles. That's going to be important. Wanted to see if there's other stuff to connect the dots here. Let me check whitehouse.gov. I want to see if they got any secret executive orders, because they like to pass executive orders and not tell anybody. Like, has anybody seen this? Improving our nation through better design? I don't know what the fuck this is. Let's see. America by Design, national initiative to improve experiences for Americans to breathe new life into the design of sites where people interface with their government. Time to upgrade the government's design language to be both usable and beautiful. This effort will be facilitated by a new national design studio and a new chief design officer. The chief design officer will help recruit top creative talent, coordinate with executive departments and agencies, and devise innovative solutions. It is the policy of my administration to deliver digital and physical experiences that are both beautiful and efficient, improving the quality of life for our nation. Towards that end, the National Design Studio will advise agencies on how to reduce duplicative design costs, use standardized design to enhance the public's trust in high-impact service providers, and dramatically improve the quality of experiences offered to the American public. What does that even mean? Visual presentation and usability of federal services provided to the public in both digital and physical spaces, creating first-class online and offline experiences for Americans. What is this? And wait, a new brand, the NDS, the National Design Studio? And within the NDS, a new position, the CDO. The NDS will be led by an administrator. What do they do? Improving websites and physical sites that have a major impact on Americans' everyday lives. The America by Design Initiative. Most talented designers of our generation to serve their country. Private sector. Wait, is this like... No, is this like, in Nazi Germany, they had the swastikas everywhere. They took down, like, a lot of the German flags. They were getting rid of, like, the religious symbols, like the crosses. The torches were everywhere, because a big thing about fascism is aesthetics. But we live in a modern age with technology. Like, we don't have banners and, there's flags, but we don't have banners. We have, like, digital giant screens, like in Times Square. Is this, like, an initiative to make, like, all of that stuff just be, like, pro-America, very patriotic, like, whatever the government's current modus operandi is? I think that's what this is. That's a weird one. We'll cover that. That's weird. This is about the crime in D.C. Federalizing the D.C. Metropolitan Police. The Attorney General will let him know about further action. So that's Pam Bondi probably letting him know whether he should invoke the Insurrection Act. Ben made it. It's a Ben vid. What does that mean? Ben made it? I don't know what any of that means. Oh, the aesthetics of fascism? I believe it. It's a very good video. Yeah, well, I don't think I could watch it. I'll end up getting a fucking copyright strike. All right. I think we got a decent video here. Let's make a video. Okay. Y'all ready? You know what? Maybe I should fill up my coffee. Should I fill up my coffee? Good. I'm gonna go fill up my coffee. Watch the chair. Nice to him. Ben Hassan. Check it out. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. The aesthetics of fascism. Okay. Make a video, dogs. Make a video, doggies. Hold on. Make a video. So Trump's militarization is only extending. National Guard is mobilizing in 19 states, and I'm pretty sure every single one of those states is a Republican state. It's a red state. It almost seems like there's a battle map being drawn, you know, for a potential civil war, because these 19 states are the ones who are willing to bend the knee beforehand. They are preemptively submitting. So that the Fuhrer knows that they can be trusted in this new fascist regime that is being installed. Is Ohio one of them? We're going to go through the list. Don't worry about that. And then in other news, the National Guard has been ordered by Pete Hegseth to start carrying rifles and sidearms, start arming themselves. And they're not even kidding. They're blatant with it. They're like, the whole point of this is for visual deterrence, which is just another way of saying, like, using military force as intimidation to scare the population into submission. Like, that's all that is. They're not even pretending anymore. Then we've got a executive order signed by Trump recently, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, that nobody is talking about, that we just discovered here in the live stream. And it's essentially just like the establishing the aesthetics of fascism throughout the nation. Because like if you think of like Nazi Germany, right? They had the swastika flags up everywhere. They had the torches. They had, you know, like all the art, aesthetics is a huge part of fascism. And Chap pointed out to me there's an incredible documentary on this by Ben Hassan called The Aesthetics of Fascism. You should check it out. But fascism is integral. Aesthetics is integral to a fascist society. And Trump recently just signed this executive order called Improving Our Nation Through Better Design. And it's bizarre. Other than that, the Florida appeals court, Florida appeals against a judge's order to close Alligator Alcatraz. So a judge ordered Florida to close Donald's Dachau, the concentration camp. And Florida's fighting back. So, excuse me. That's not me. That's Mossad. We have a lot to cover. Don't forget, I'm Chris Valenti. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. This is real independent media. I have no funding. So if you do want to help me out financially, that would mean a lot. It all goes into funding this operation. You can become a member here on YouTube for $5. You can become a patron on Patreon for $2, $5, $8 a month, whatever you want to give. You could buy merch down below. You can hit the thanks button down below to send money, and you can use the 40% off discount code for Ground News located in the description below. But other than that, I think it would be a good time to just simply dive right into the video. Let's do it. So we're going to start with some Fox News coverage and then compare it to The Independent. But it's important to know like what your enemy is reading. National Guard mobilizing in 19 states amid immigration crime crackdown. President indicates Chicago and New York could be next targets for expanded operations. Just real quick as a New Yorker, fucking try it. Fucking try it. We'll get the jits out. Fucking try it, bro. You don't want to fuck with New York. Up to 1,700 National Guardsmen are set to mobilize in 19 states in the coming weeks to assist the Department of Homeland Security with President Trump's nationwide crackdown on illegal immigration and crime, Pentagon officials confirmed to Fox News. Now, even this is bullshit framing. Crackdown on illegal immigration and crime. We already know for a fact that they're getting legal migrants. We already know for a fact they're deporting U.S. citizens, children with cancer, by the way. We already know that this has nothing to do with crime because the majority of the people that ICE are detaining do not have a criminal record. We also know that according to the Trump regime, the amount of violent, illegal immigrant, like criminal rapist murderers, right? The amount of them when compared to the amount of people that ICE has to deport every day, which is somewhere between like 2,000 and 6,000. That means you would have gotten all of the violent, illegal criminal aliens immediately. Criminal aliens. Like, within the first couple of months. So this is just bullshit. We're now just resorting to going to like a fucking, like a Walmart, pulling up in a boar's head truck so that they don't see you coming and opening up the door and getting fucking 15-day workers and sending them to Donald's Dachau. It's insane. All right, here we go. Documents obtained by Fox News show planning for activations in. Here's the list of states where your National Guard is going to be deployed against you, the American people. Here we go. Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, Ohio, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, and Wyoming. With status effective from August through mid-November, Texas is projected to host the most significant Guard presence. May I point out mid-November is the midterm elections. Not good. Not Oklahoma. I don't believe so. Oklahoma is not on that list. The National Guard soldiers being mobilized will effectively serve as a support pillar to a sweeping federal interagency effort, while also serving as a visible deterrent force. That's what I was talking about earlier. A visible deterrent force. They are just admitting with their whole chest that the point of the armed National Guard deploying in 19 states is not to help practice law enforcement. It's not like the police department can't do it. It's that they want to scare the American people into submitting. That is simply it. And don't think that it's a coincidence that they're doing this in red states and they're going to start coming after the blue states right around the time where, we're having mayoral elections in New York. They're trying to scare people into not going out to vote. And don't forget, the Republicans have said multiple times that if everybody in the United States voted, they would never win an election again. They're not stupid. They know this. The service members supporting ICE will be performing case management, transportation, logistical support, and clerical functions associated with the processing of illegal migrants at the facilities. Quote, the in and out processing may include personnel data collection, fingerprinting, DNA swabbing, and photographing of personnel in ICE custody. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. And Trump said, I think Chicago will be next, and then we'll help with New York. We won't speculate on further operations, but can tell you that the department is a planning organization and continues to work and plan with other agency partners to protect federal assets and personnel. Dude, like, here's the thing about the National Guard, okay? And we've talked about this before. People who sign up for the National Guard, that's like they're trying to serve their state. It's like a well-regulated militia in your state. But when the federal government takes over the National Guard, when they federalize the National Guard, it doesn't matter whether their shirt says National Guard. They are now American. They're soldiers. They're members of the United States Army now. They have been federalized. They are under control of the federal government, the Department of Defense. They're no longer in that state militia that they thought they were. So it's a double-edged sword where it's like, of course, fuck anybody who doesn't object to these orders. But at the same time, this is literally not what they signed up for. Versus the same thing with when he deployed the Marines in Los Angeles. Like, they literally did not sign up for law enforcement. You think our fucking National Guard members and our soldiers know how to practice law enforcement? That's not what they're trained to do. Our Marines, they're not trained to read you your Miranda rights and handcuff you and throw you in a squad car and take you back to the station and then interrogate you. That's not what they're trained to fucking do. They're trained to eliminate hostiles. Fewer than 2% of the authorized forces have mobilized so far, but missions coordinated under state governors are projected to expand in the coming weeks, including in Virginia, where approximately 60 soldiers and airmen will begin training August 25th to begin duty by early September. Airmen? What the fuck do you need airmen for? What in the name of God would you need airmen for? For law enforcement? What are you gonna fucking do a show of force with an F-22 down Broadway? What the fuck are you talking about? The deployment of National Guard troops, a state-controlled reserve force, will allow the U.S. military to provide a more direct role in supporting federal immigration enforcement. It's a state-controlled reserve force. Why do you need to support federal law? That's the whole fucking point. Oh, now check this out. All right, let's also I just want to compare it to the Independent here. Can I close that? Yeah. Trump regime plans to mobilize 1,700 National Guard units. Yeah. Republican-controlled states. Yep. That's important to point out. They'll be assisting ICE. Texas getting the largest deployment. Yeah, it's essentially the same article. Now look at this. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has just authorized 2,000 National Guard troops on the ground in D.C. to be armed. Hegseth's order given to the troops instructs them to carry their service weapons on them. Until now, most had been unarmed. They just been walking around thinking that the gear would scare the people, but no, now they really want the rifles. All right, now we're going to move on to something a little bit weird, and I think this is like the fascist aesthetic thing. Now, here's the thing about Trump's executive orders. We've talked about this. You got to find the meat and potatoes because they like to fill it with a lot of fluff. There's a lot of bread in these. That way, you know, it's hard to realize what they're signing. This is a very strange executive order that essentially is about the aesthetics of fascism being established across the nation. This was signed on the 21st, so 2 days ago. Improving our nation through better design. So we're going to read just the beginning. This is what I mean about meat and potatoes. We're not reading all this. I'm just going to show you the meat, but we're going to start with the beginning.
America has long led the world in innovation, technological advancement, and design. But with a sprawling ecosystem of digital services offered to Americans, the government has lagged behind in usability and aesthetics. There is a high financial cost to maintaining legacy systems, to say nothing of the cost and time lost by the American public trying to navigate them. It is time to fill the digital potholes across our nation. With this order, I am announcing America by Design, a national initiative to improve experiences for Americans, starting by breathing new life into the design of sites where people interface with their government. It is time to update the government's design language to be both usable and beautiful. This effort will be facilitated by a new National Design Studio and by a new Chief Design Officer. The Chief Design Officer will help recruit top creative talent, coordinate with executive departments and agencies, and devise innovative solutions.
Okay. I know that was a lot. But what does this mean? The government is now creating a new institution called the National Design Studio that is focused on changing our, on our sites, like our public sites. I don't know, like parks and shit, because they lag behind in usability and aesthetics, right? So they want to start upgrading this stuff for the Trump aesthetic, right? Yes, we're talking about a propaganda minister, a propaganda machine. So, look at this.
It is the policy of my administration to deliver digital and physical experiences that are both beautiful and efficient, improving the quality of life for our nation. Towards that end, the National Design Studio will advise agencies on how to reduce duplicative design costs, use standardized design to enhance the public's trust in high-impact service providers, and dramatically improve the quality of experiences offered to the American public. So that's a whole bunch of nothing. But we get into a little bit of the juice here, right? Establish national initiative, America by Design. America by Design. To improve comprehensively the visual presentation and usability of federal services provided to the public in both digital and physical spaces, creating first-class online and offline experiences for the Americans. So this is like, we talked about this earlier, in Nazi Germany, when they had the swastika flags perfectly spaced out every fucking street, right? They had the Iron Cross all over the place. They had the Hugo Boss uniforms tucked in. Everything was, the torches, the speeches, everything was designed around the aesthetics, because that way when you're in a crowd of 200,000 people and you look around and everyone is moving in unison and they got all the flags and the colors and the torches, you go, well, I mean, it's really well put together. They must know what they're doing. Aesthetics is quite pleasing. They must know what they're doing. They must have, their head on straight. That's the point. Is to fool you with the aesthetics, right? That's the entire fucking point. Okay. So the NDS, National Design Studio, shall be led by an administrator who will report to the office of the White House Chief of Staff. Wait, isn't that Stephen Miller? Huh. There is further established within the NDS in accordance with 3161 Title V, temporary organization, shut up. So the heads of agencies shall prioritize improving websites and physical sites that have a major impact on Americans' everyday lives. So they're going to start putting up like fucking posters of Trump, like this is North Korea, I think. This is fucking ridiculous. Okay. So we got that weird ass executive order, and then I just wanted to point something out. This is the last point here. Florida appeals against judge's order to close Alligator Alcatraz Immigration Jail. Okay, so you hear that and you go, yay, a judge has ordered them to close the concentration camp. Finally, there's some sanity in our government. Keep reading. A judge ordered the Everglades concentration camp to close in 60 days, finding state and federal authorities broke environmental laws. This is like
if the courts in Nazi Germany were like, we must close down Auschwitz because the smoke bellowing out of the ovens is killing all the trees. That's your approach? Now, here's the thing. I'll take what I can get. Shut the fucker down. Now, they're not going to shut the fucker down. It's never going to get shut down, I firmly believe. But how is the approach to shutting down a concentration camp the argument that it's in violation of environmental laws? That is a pathetic attempt. They're probably laughing like Alligator Alcatraz. They're probably laughing their ass off, Ron DeSantis. Oh, a ruling that pumps brakes and Donald Trump. So what is it? Broke numerous environmental laws as they raced to build the tented facility at a disguised airstrip in the fragile wetlands. What a pathetic attempt to shut this shit down. They're not going to shut it down over environment. Why in the Everglades? Can anyone tell me why? No one could answer clearly from the government. It was obvious there was no explanation other than that this was a publicity stunt. Well, also, it's because there's an airstrip there. They want to be able to immediately deport these people, like right from the facility. Anyway. All right, so listen, if you're watching this live, you stay. We're going to keep going for a little bit. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, crazy shit going on. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Costs you nothing. Helps me immensely. And do me one last favor. Like that video right over there. It's a banger. And I know bangers. All right. All right. All righty. All righty then. Put the frames in the bag. I'll throw you out a window. How does that sound? What if I threw you out of a window? Mr. I Know Bangers was an attack out on you? Bro, I can't wait till they try to like turn shit on me. It's gonna be so funny. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I said that. I fucking meant it. I'm gonna be on Fox News going. Greg Gutfeld's gonna go, you said that, and I'm just go, are you a child? And go, no, go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm done. He's gonna start, like, literally, I might literally just fucking troll my way through. I might troll my fucking way through. Is this copyrighted? I bet you it is. That is. That'll do. What do you think about anarchism? It's a joke. Not a real, it's literally not a form of government. It's just destroying the government. Stupid. You should do stand-up. I've done stand-up. I'll do it again, eventually. Oh! Socialism. It's thummy time. It's thummy time, chat. Now, Chris, why would you do that? I got really scared. Is that okay? Is it okay that I got really scared? Copyrighted. Wait a minute. That is very copyrighted. I don't think that one is. Yo, give me back my frames real quick. Nelson just sent me something. What is this? Can I save it? Why can't I save it? Anybody know how to save it? There we go. I took a screenshot of it. It's Mossad. It's Mossad. Oh no. Oh God, it's Mossad. It's Mossad. Where do I want to put this? What do we think? I mean, I gotta put text up, but what do you guys think about putting that map right there? Because I don't want to block the guns. I want people to see the guns. I gotta put text in there too. Hold on. What about that? You dig? I think that's good. I think that's gas. I'll take it. You said 3 lines of text, but then it's going to go. How would I turn that into 3? Like this? I don't like that. I mean, now their guns are clearly visible. You like that? You dig? Y'all dig? Y'all dig it? It's a banger. All right, that's a banger. We got a banger. See? I love my community. You guys get to participate in Thummy Time. No one else is letting their community participate in Thummy Time, I can tell you that much. I don't even think anyone else is making their thummies. You know? Righty, let's get that thummy. This is episode 214. "19 states have deployed, mobilized. National Guard units. Trump signed to establish aesthetics. Judge orders alligator Alcatraz shut down. Okay. All right, now we need a title, which is breaking 19 Republican states mobilize National Guard. The battle map battle map has been drawn. Trump is coming. Welcome to phase 1. Or phase 2. Welcome to phase 2 of the military takeover. Valentivod. Nope, there is no AI video. Yes, I want it monetized. Sensitive events. Add an end screen, one video. The subscribe button. Make sure it's started properly. Only extending. National Guard is mobilizing in 19 states. That's going to need a slight edit once it's available. Making 19 Republican states mobilize National Guard. Welcome to phase 2 of the military takeover. Publish. See if I can edit that first little second snippet. Yep. Trim and cut. Only extending. Only extending. Thank you. I'm just fucking Peach for becoming a loyalist. And thank you, Tori Denley. Hey, all late, but glad to be here. Thank you very much. 0 to 118. Okay. What? National Guard is mobilizing in 19 states, and National Guard is mobilizing. Save changes. No issues were found with the video. Confirm. Up. There we go. www. 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 Onyx sending 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Congratulations, everybody who just got a gifted sub from Onyx. Thanks, brother. W Onyx. Massive W Onyx. Okay. New YouTube video. Oh, my thigh is available. New YouTube video just went up all about Trump mobilizing the National Guard in 19 different states, all of which are coincidentally Republicans. That's what we call preemptive submission. You know, trying to get a good seat in the upcoming regime. Anyway, yeah, go check out that video. It's available on YouTube. Say hi to the stream. Chat, say hi to... That's up. Now it's going up on Instagram.
You know, people of my age cohort grew up listening to all kinds of differently coded libertarians, like some from the left, some from the right, freak out about things like
they've already got the cops on the street that are not cops or that are the military. They've already got the National Guard on the
I fucking love Tim Dillon. I'm glad he's coming around.
street. They already have all your information in D.C., and now they just get to decide what is and isn't over the line. That should scare everybody. You're nuts, dude.
Yeah, that's because this is exactly what people like Alex Jones have been warning about for 30 fucking years, and now suddenly that Trump is the one doing it. They don't give a shit.
If this doesn't scare you, you're nuts. All of these things that Alex Jones, and I've had Alex on, I like Alex, but all these things that Alex Jones was like worried about when I listened to him in the late 90s, early 2000s are coming to fruition. And I don't know where he is on all of that stuff, but like.
What do you mean you don't know where he is? He's in support of all of it. He's in support because he's in the in-group now. That's the thing is like, he was warning about it because back then he was ostracized by them, but now he is the swamp.
I know he's a big fan of Trump, but like this is everything Alex Jones always talked about. Military in the street, the FEMA camp, the tech company that monitors everything, the surveillance. This is all of that. I mean, not to sound like a nut.
You don't sound like a nut. It's happening before our very eyes.
This is everything a crackhead. And I don't even mean a crackhead like crack, but a guy smoking weed in a room with a black light and a, insane clown posse tattoo on his arm. I'm thinking of a very specific guy I was friends with. But this is everything that guy would have talked about.
I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself. I couldn't have said it better myself. The Trump regime is everything that they tried to warn you the Democrats would do. Pathetic. It's embarrassing. Anyway, listen, guys, I'm going to cut the live here. I got to go take a really fat fucking shit. Really badly. Thank you for tuning into the Valenti VOD. Real quick, somebody send me $4,000. Would that be okay? Before I go, just real quick, a quick $4,000. A quick $4,000 donated. A quick $4K. Would that be all right? Is that a no? Alrighty. Kidding. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Tell your friends that there's some fucking douchebag Italian New Yorker who does pretty good news commentary. Do all that. And I'm going to go poop out of my butt. Bye, guys. Later.